Today on The Worst, with apologies to Steve Reviews, who I'm obviously parodying in a very obvious way, the movie is Dragon Wars, or What Happens When You Take an Asian Mythology Encyclopedia and shoot it into a blender and then try to make a script out of the remains. It's bad. Really bad. You'll find out how bad in this video. Yes, this drawing is actually more realistic than the CGI they used for that movie. This movie is just like... One of its major problems is the CGI is extremely painfully obvious, like cringe and say, ugh, painfully obvious. And there's a few sequences where they use real animals, but it's real prop animals that are, you couldn't be more obvious about it being an animatron or something like that. Feebly bad. This movie's a sleeper that never actually wakes up and doesn't experience really any change. At the beginning of the movie, it's a complicated bullshit plot, this convoluted nonsense. At the end of the movie, it's tired, lame, convoluted nonsense still. Plot four flushes for sure. Pretty much CGI worthless. Actors just seem bored and just not really that into this. And it was boring. It was boring. That's what one of the big main problems with it was. It's physically impossible for this movie to be worse than it already is. It's really just pretty bad. One of the main problems it has is that it's like a rehash of a lot of different plots, and it has a lot of Peter Jackson rip-off moments where they tried really, really hard to rip off Peter Jackson's Nazguls and other fantastical creatures from Lord of the Rings and failed because it's too obvious. Yes, as you can tell from my facial expression, I absolutely hated this movie. It was tedious, tepid, bland, dull, predictable, tired, convoluted plot, four flushes in acting, no practical effects to speak of, only CGI effects, complete and utter rip-off garbage, G-A-R-B-A-G-E, garbage, not worth a penny or 1 second of your time. It sucked.